Hey everyone, I'm Spectral Star, and welcome to Stygian, Reign of the Old Ones, an H.P. Lovecraft inspired game with inspired characters, with Cthulhu. Look, he's in the background here. He's awesome. He's above a city. He's a beast. Look how big he is. Now, this game is not all about Cthulhu, I would imagine. It's about all the old ones. Now, I'm not a huge H.P. Lovecraft knowledge bank. I have played a few of the games. I've read a few of the short stories. I've even fought some of the bosses in other games, like Nyarlathotep. So let's go ahead, and let me just go ahead and start out by saying this right here. This game, I'm going to play the story and the side quests. I'm blind on this. I've never played this game before, so I don't know if I can 100% everything. But I'm going to do what I can to give you the full experience of this awesome game. I played the demo, so I'll tell you when the demo ends for me, because I didn't survive the demo. I'm not very good at these games. I will do my best though. Hopefully, I will not die too much. I want to upload these videos in huge chunks, like hour-long videos, if possible, every time, so we can get through it quicker, because this game is about 20 hours, and the longer my videos are, the less frequently I need to upload, because I'm going through school and work right now, and that will make this a lot better. But without any further ado, I'm going to check my settings. Show documents and text. That might come in handy. Might be a good deal. I got the master volume down to 75 because this game is actually pretty dadgum loud. Let's go ahead, create us a new character. Now, I made a male character last time, and I think I'm going to go do that again. Simply because I don't know how to be a woman, because I'm a man. So let's go ahead and pick our age. Young characters are in their physical prime, but lack the experience of older characters. Starts the game with a bonus point in either physique, agility, or senses, but is penalized with 2 less skill points. You got adult. Characters have a balance in physical aptitude and life experience. Starts the game with the default values in attribute and skill pools. Okay, so that's just default. All right. Which... 2 less skill points were penalized. Okay, so it might be better to actually be an adult. Old. Characters are in physical decline, but have acquired more life experience than younger characters. Starts the game with a penalty in either physique, agility, or senses, but is awarded with 2 more skill points. I don't know, man. I'm thinking we're going to be a young buckaroo. Select a stat to increase. We'll go with agility. I like being fast, agile. Archetypes. Okay. We got academic, research scientist at Miskatonic University. Okay. Wow, that's some Lovecraft right there. Aristocrat. Loss of his mother. Okay, he's Cloud Strife. Sole remnant of a noble family. Did Cloud ever lose his mother? I think he did. Didn't she die in Nibelheim? Anyways, that's Final Fantasy VII. Memories provoked by his return to the family estate are not all pleasant. Called Science Speechcraft. I kind of like having Speechcraft. Also a criminal, this character used to be a hired gun for an underworld boss. Well, alright then. Firearm, stealth, and subterfuge. Minimum score of 6 in agility. Explorer. He has a dog. Okay? Character is a professional hunter and adventurer. While exploring the Dark Continent, he met an ancient tribe. What he views as a simple tribal superstition will come back to haunt him. That's pretty neat. I like how he has a dog. I think he has a dog. Investigator. Now, this is your typical dude. This is your typical detective type character. You know, that Lovecraft loves to put in his stories, and most of the time that's what you play as in games. Investigator. This character is a private investigator who used to work for Boston Bureau of Investigation. His latest case, attempting to locate a missing child, turned out to be much more complicated than a common kidnapping. Investigation, firearms, and psychology skills can be improved to the maximum level. Occultist. This character is a member of a hidden order. The backing of the order has made life easier so far, but the initiation rite required to join the inner circle may involve some complications. Investigation, medicine, and occult. Okay. And then performer. This is the class that I picked. I picked movie actor. And you can do that. I picked movie actor because of lower addiction threshold. Which actually, I think that means that you get addicted better. So I might have screwed up there. You get addicted more often. Higher sex appeal, though. This character has no particular advantages or disadvantages and starts the game with an unusual specification of your chosen archetype. Anyways, this character is an actress/actor for a traveling theater troupe. She was invited to Arkham by a woman desiring a private performance at her mansion. How could she refuse such an enthusiastic admirer? Athletics, speechcraft, stealth skills can be improved to max level. Okay, speechcraft, stealth. Stealth is probably good. Athletics, definitely good. Speechcraft, of course, you get what you want by talking. And then you got soldier. This character took part in a secret government assault on an isolated coastal town. The enemy was not entirely human. Firearms, melee, and survival skills can be improved to their maximum level. So I'm gonna stick with the movie actor. Now, I don't know about addiction in this game yet, so I could just dig myself a big fat grave for all I know. But there's juggler and busker. I really don't even want to know. Lower addiction threshold. So I guess we got to stay away from addictive substances. I don't know. But there's also different types of stuff going on here with the researcher and all that. Like we could pick aristocrat if we wanted to. Hearst bloodline. That's really cool. But for now, I think we're going to go with movie actor. Lower addiction threshold. No matter what. I'm just going to stick to my guns here. And then, of course, we got the belief system, which is humanistic. Doing humane things and committing acts of altruism. Just being a nice guy. Super nice, helpful, friendly guy. Which is what I picked in the demo. Materialistic. Basically greedy, self-indulgent. Nihilistic, arrogant, nihilistic, you know. Then you got divine, which is religious, you know. Rational, scientific, rational thought, you know. Then you got esoteric, which is basically voodoo hoodoo, rudu poodoo. Basically, you believe in everything supernatural. But, in a way, that kind of makes sense. But I'm going to go with... I didn't know they made noises. Yeah, we're going to go with humanistic. I like doing nice things, even in a world of shit. And now I get to take our picture here. So there's a lot more pictures to choose from than in the El Demo, which is good. Yeah. So let's pick an actor-looking person. He looks kind of like an actor. So does this guy. He looks like a detective, though, more. This guy looks pretty cool. Looks all buff and stuff. I don't know. This was the picture I picked first. The first guy. But I don't know. Maybe I want somebody different. Maybe I want something new, something fancy. I just don't know. None of these guys look like actors, really. This guy does. Looks sad, though, doesn't he? I think I'll go with this guy. Louis Theobald. No. Actually, I'm gonna go with a little mix of Stephen King. Yeah. Roland Flagg. Funny humanistic character with the last name Flagg. Roland, you'll get that too if you read King. Okay. So we can do our physique here if we wanted to. Agility is set up at 5. Presence at 6, which is speechcraft. I like that. We're going to go with 7 in presence. We're going to put 1 in physique. I think we're going to do 7 agility, actually, because that's a big friggin' deal. So yeah, mind is or physique is melee and survival. Agility is athletics, firearms, melee, subterfuge, and stealth, which is going to be very handy. We're going to try to do stealthiness. Presence determines your character's attractiveness. We need that to improve our speechcraft so we can get what we want just by talking. There's will, mind, medicine, occult, science skills. Senses, firearms, investigative, stealth, and survival skills. We need like 1 in that at least, or 2. Boom, we're gonna give presence an 8. Alright, athletics. Affects throwing and physical defense. Sounds handy. Athletics, yeah, and then there's firearms, which is ranged attacks. Investigation. Sense threat, spot detect, medicine. You got melee, occult, which is spellcraft and occult research, which we're going to be terrible at. Hopefully there's a character out there that will help us out. Psychology, mental resistance is basically what that is. Science, scientific research, of course. Speechcraft, skill influencing others' words, navigating wisely through a heated debate, and mastering the art of demagogue, which we're going to put 1 in. And then you got stealth, and we're going to put 1 in that. We're going to evenly distribute, And we're just going to go with that. Roland Flagg, archetype performer. Age young, gender male, belief system humanistic, background movie actor. There we go. And stealth. Okay, so we're going to be a talky, quiet guy. Makes a lot of sense. But we're in the New England Actors Guild too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the game. I also have brought me water, because I'm going to be reading a lot. Okay. Years passed since your encounter with a particular fellow known as the Dismal Man. When you last met, he instructed you, "Find me beyond Arkham, after the Black Day." At the time, these words did not mean much to you, but soon after, you would come to understand. On what is now known as the Black Day, under the shadow of the awakened, the world you knew vanished, and with it your hopes, future, and loved ones. For reasons unknown, the city of Arkham was separated from the carcass of the earth and exiled to another place of alien stars, twilight realm between dimensions. Unlike many others, you survived, body and mind mostly intact. Ever since, you have existed from day to day in a gray gloom of the old eel house, waiting for that enigmatic man to call. A man whose very existence you are now beginning to question, until you wake into another layer of the nightmare. Until the visit at the old attic. Okay, that is so creepy. Look at him. He's terrifying. Can't even make out his face. It's just white. He's got like a spine for a cane. Okay, so we have lots of great stuff. Map, journal, find the Dismal Man. Follow the Dismal Man into the streets of Arkham. So, who is the Dismal Man? It makes you wonder. Tori? He looks a little different than he did in the demo, but still kind of the same. And there we go. Now we're up. More inventory, character, stealth, and options. I kind of want to see options. Okay, never mind. Try to open this. It's locked. Grab the lantern, and this is all demo stuff. So empty kerosene canister, and the lantern. Okay, so depleted its fuel contents. Canister that contains all the kerosene you've amassed. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we have a light source, and what I read, that's already locked, yeah. What I have read is that dark areas make you go insane, just like in every type of Lovecraft-inspired game. Where is he going? And why do we want to follow him? The cook is dead, only serving cans. Wow. It's scary. It's a rough world that they're living in. Look at that. That's a big statue of Cthulhu right there. The ropes as tentacles and the wings. Whoever made that had a heck of a day. Wore out, I bet. Oh my god. There's people in suits, and there's skeletons. They're dead, and they're dancing. Oh wow. He's manipulating them. Okay, uh-oh. He's tapping the cane again. They're killing each other. My God. Whew. That was weird. Definitely just some crazy stuff. And it was just a dream. Sanity lost. 15 horror witnessed. And see, we've already lost some friggin' sanity, man. At the gates of Miskatonic. Okay, so let's check out our journal. Inspect the entrance to the Miskatonic University. Perhaps I should take a closer look. Okay. Let's see if we can open this now. We can. Cigarettes, looks like a bunch of cool stuff. Guns. All kinds of booze and stuff. Camping supplies. Outdoors living. Rations. Reggie's whiskey. Okay, we put our suit on, which basically, you know, of course it sits right there. Put our gun in our hand. I guess we can't drag and drop. That's weird. Okay, so a few SIGs. SIG is the new monetary unit of this pestilent reality. So in other words, this is your money. A blank notebook, which is basically a blank notebook. Actors Guild certificate, which is our profession. That's what we got. We have a certificate. Got some 22 ammunition, small gauge ammunition. Powdered cocaine, of course. Can't go anywhere without my powdered cocaine. A box containing powdered cocaine in solid form. And also a laudanum shot. We need our laudanum. Yes. An analgesic needle that relieves mental and physical pain. Reggie's whiskey, standard quality whiskey, mass produced before the Black Day, which is probably practically the end of the world. Rations, preserved, ready to eat. Of course, we got the camping supplies, and a bottle of clean water. A bottle of safe, drinkable water. The water was not in the... and there's a crafting system. The water was not in the demo, and I think the cigarettes had like a different description or something. So anyways, now that we're all studly, you can look at things and examine things in the background. These decayed fragments of furniture betray the craftsmanship of talented carpenters. How heartbreaking to see the fine work reduced to a pile of scrap. Sad indeed. In the gaps between the encroaching vein root, this grimy window offers a glimpse of the dark, dismal street below. This game has some of the best writing I've seen, and that was just the demo that I've seen, so it's crazy. We're in for a wild ride. He's too busy playing. Barrels now serving as primitive tables, still reek of stale alcohol, and a damp wood stench that makes your nose itch. I'm not going to read all of the background objects, but we're going to read a few of them. A wilted tourism advertisement from Marino's hometown in northern Italy. He will never again feel the cool Adriatic breeze. Try to talk to these people. You can even look at the ashtray. They're just chilling, you know, they're having their day. What about you, sir? Excuse me. I don't have time for this. We're in the middle of a conversation here. Okay, let's talk to the bartender. You see Marino, the manager and bartender of the Old Eel. He's been your host for almost a year now, charging in exchange the last of your precious resources. He has a tendency to suck you dry whenever he gets the opportunity. Oh boy, is it going to be one of those games? Good morning, Cornuto? Baruto? Naruto? Okay. If you can call this never-ending fucking twilight morning, what was all that hurly-burly upstairs? Bad dreams? Can you separate dreams from reality anymore? Alright, you could say that. You can go that. Why am I not surprised? I recommend hitting the bottle before going to sleep. Makes things easier. Since you're awake, let's talk about the cigs you owe me. You were too drunk to pay yesterday and told me to remind you later, remember? Okay, we're going to go with the Speechcraft option because we have our Speechcraft. But I don't see any bruises on myself, and if I'm unhurt, I must have paid the bill. He seems dispirited by your argument, and yes, we did achieve. We won. I'm not in the mood for a pissing contest. I'll have your cigs eventually, later, Cornuto. Okay, let's talk to him again. What's the story of the Old Eel? Do I seem like the fucking chitty chat kind of bartender, Cornuto? You say an old drunk opened the place after a dream or something 40 years ago. Satisfied? There is only one story you should know about this establishment now. Waxface owns the place. Marino runs the place happily ever after. Tell me about this Waxface. Not a smart question at all, Cornuto. Just remember, he is the king on this side of the Miskatonic. He is the boss of the mob, the unseen imperator. He is the person about whom you should keep your mouth shut with his name when his name comes to mind. Well, mob, huh? What's the mob doing in a remote New England town? You're playing the suicidal. Okay, I'm not gonna bribe him to tell me stuff. I'll keep my mouth shut, you can trust me. I trust only the dead when it comes to these things. Forget it. Name your poison. Why do you call me Cornuto, Marino? Forget it. You remind me of a guy. He was a Cornuto, that's it. But what is a Cornuto? Cornuto is, he raises two curled fingers to his forehead. Someone who has horns. You know, if a wife is unfaithful to the husband, that makes the husband a Cornuto. Alright? What does this have to do with me, Marino? When I was the bartender of Isola, a small Italian bar in Chicago, a man used to come in there every morning, every single day. He didn't drink. He didn't seem to have any fun. He just kept looking at the patrons silently, looking for someone. Then, after almost a year, I finally learned his story. He was searching for the man who fucked his wife. He came to the bar every day, staring silently. You're like him. You're waiting for someone too. You don't pursue whatever fucked up life you can have in this shitty town. Instead, you act like that cornudo. Forgive me if I put it bluntly, but who fucked you over, my friend? Someone fucked us all, don't you see? Like I care. Okay. Alright, goodbye. Later, cornudo. I hope you find whoever fucked your... Yeah. Okay. So look at this guy over here. He's been raising Cain. Oh, look. In better times, the gramophone built by the Denison Company had spun the newest and best medium of audio technology, the vinyl disc. Cool. So we got a little history there, too. You see an eccentric, middle-aged man completely focused on the darts game he alone is playing. Exaltation, but all but radiates from this odd fellow. Care for a game of cricket? You don't get a chance to play against the world champion every day. He passes several of his darts to you. Who are you? Didn't I just tell you? I'm the darts world champion. I'm also called Herschel. Ah, I feel the signs again. A new challenger approaches. Another fool to vanquish. Is it you? Is there a prize? Prize? Nothing can come close to the thrill of the darts. Tobacco, rubbish. But feeling the texture of the stem in your hand, the steel points savagely penetrating the board, it's priceless. And the prize? You want cigarettes? Beat me then. Beat the world champion, and you'll have more cigarettes than you'll ever want. You see, I was a traveling salesman for Tom Rogers cigarettes. God, you're everything, aren't you? Before I found my true self and became the champion. Damn those days. Herschel, go to Maine. Go to Boston. Herschel, your sales performance is getting lower. We're disappointed, Herschel. I hope he didn't go to Derry. Alright. I see. Where are they now? Ha, dissatisfied bastards. Throws dart. The old Herschel is gone with them. Throws another. There's only one champion now. One. I'm the champion. Well, let's play. Now you're talking. He starts to tell you the rules of the game with rather too much enthusiasm. Test your skills in a game of darts with Herschel. Athletics. We should win this without our athletics skills, so let's try it. Remember, I've been playing the demo. In the last round, this is part of the demo, so he should win. What? Yep, whooped him. I want to try to avoid what's about to happen, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen the way I want it to. Herschel looks as if he's stripped from all purpose, glancing at his expressionless eyes. You feel like you're gazing right into the abyss. He starts to talk slowly. Cheater. Don't stay silent. I didn't cheat. Cheater. Seems I'm the new world champion. Cheater, 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 cheater. With each repetition, his speech starts to sound less and less rational until it turns into a frenzied howl in dialogue. Well, I think I failed this. Cheater. And he skips away, which is weird. And he throws a dart at me. Thanks a lot, asshole. Better drop those cigs. He dropped them. World Dart Champion. I am the world champion. And with that, I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. And I just checked out the options. I was going to save, but it wants me to save and exit. I don't want to exit. Still got more gaming to do. Anyways, let's leave this place. I think you gain health back. Like, regeneration-wise. Not for sure on that. Beat it. Beat it. Just beat it. You see a typical Arkham resident, tired and decrepit looking. He looks at you uneasily. Okay. What's stayed intact in this part of town? Not much as you can see. There's an old eel house if you're looking for a few drinks and a roof over your head. And if you're planning to numb yourself, Richter's Drug Service store is the place. You'll be fine if you stay away from Marsh Warehouse, and I'm sure you know better than to hang around near the grandfather altar. Okay. Tell me about the warehouse. I know that it used to be run by the Marsh family of Innsmouth. We've been hearing that the place was being used for bootlegging in sorts. Only ghouls occupy it now. Beasts that rend flesh from your bones. Wow. What are these ghouls you mentioned? Never seen one with my own eyes. And I've seen what they can do to people. They say they are like dog-like demons. Feral parodies of men. They creep out of dark to prey upon us. You can hear the eerie howls throughout Arkham. Okay, what do you know about the Marshes? Not much. I know that they're a ruling family of Innsmouth. Their great-grandfather, Obed Marsh, was an important figure in the town's past, I reckon. Reclusive, weird folk, these Innsmouthians. Oh, can you tell me about the Old Eel House? The Old Eel was a shady place even before the Black Day. We've been hearing that the owner, Marino, has some connections with the Mafia in the West. The bar took the disguise of a restaurant when the Prohibition came. Prohibition. It's when they made alcohol illegal. Tell me, Oh, as you can guess, there is no need for that anymore. You can rent a bed, or let's say a dirty mattress in the attic, if you don't have a place to go, and get some moonshine from the bar below. I didn't know you could get moonshine. Tell me about Richter's drugstore. That slimy bastard. Old Richter runs the remaining pharmacy in Arkham, but don't be fooled. His business is not medicine. He deals drugs. Richter produces, mixes, and of course sells all kinds of drugs to anyone interested in a small escapade from this nightmare. He is valuable to the mob, and he knows it. There's been some ugly rumors about him for some time now. What kind of rumors? Rumors of him taking advantage of his regular customers and dreadful stuff. Alright, another thing. Tell me about the mob. Looks around in fear. The mob is the law. Fear is the real enemy. If we stand together, we still have a chance. Betsy Ross said the same thing. Sanity gained. Too humanistic. Cool. Betsy Ross said the same thing. I bet the ghouls are tearing her body apart somewhere nearby. Jesus, who is Betsy Ross? The vigilante, one of the last remaining. Never knew her real identity. She wore a mask fashioned after an American flag. She fought the mob, but killed and maimed quite a few of them. This made Waxface very angry. They killed her? Shot her in the head. End of the story. Evil wins out in this place, sooner or later. Betsy Ross, huh? That's a historical figure, isn't it? Tell me about the cult. Mad fanatics who devoted themselves to Cthulhu and the other old ones. They rule the ruins of North Arkham across the Miskatonic River. Cult comes to this side of the river either to find new blood for the ranks or new victims to be sacrificed in their rites. I'm not sure which is worse. Well, you get to live the other way around. How can I get to the other side of the river? I don't recommend it. There's some things lurking in the water. Only the cult can pass the river at will, but I have no idea how. Sometimes you can see their boats on Miskatonic all painted red, crimson, omens of doom. Another thing. What do you know about the Black Day? Nothing more than you, I guess. We had all seen the signs, right? People having the same nightmares, the mysterious disappearances, whole families massacred. We saw it coming, but pretended everything was fine. The Black Day started with the apocalyptic roar, piercing deep into our minds, the sky melting, colors fading. I can't remember anything else. Tears come to his eyes. Alright. Please continue. When we come to our senses, Arkham lay beneath an alien sky, banished from our home forever. We are all alone in this purgatory, left to the mercy of tyrants and deviants. He bursts into tears. Wow. Straight to the tears, I see. Okay, so now that we've done that, there are other people we can talk to, but if you press the Alt button, you can see stuff highlight in the backgrounds. So let's go and rummage through some things. Got some cigs here and an empty bottle. Or empty bottles. Now that's where we gotta go. Down through that way. We're not gonna go there yet. We're gonna look at this thing. This towering depiction of one of the elder gods perched atop the naked base of a shattered statue. What was a statue, huh? By toppling down the statue of President Lincoln, the people of Arkham have chosen fear over liberty, surrendering their future to subjugation and the rule of the mob. Apparently, I just ate a ration. Why am I eating my rations? Just automatically eat them? Atypical Arkham resident, tired and decrepit looking, she looks at you uneasily. What is that grotesque monument over there? The cult erected it in place of the old Lincoln statue. Grandfather altar, they call it. Damned atrocity. Cultists come from across the river to sacrifice people who have been marked by the mob. Blood offerings to Grandfather Cthulhu. Okay, I told you it's Cthulhu. Cthulhu? Even the name freezes my blood. The Grandfather, they call him. Their new god who awakened on the Black Day with its brethren, the old ones. The fanatics of the cult torture, sacrifice, and kill in their names. So the Dreamer has awakened in this timeline. Why am I not surprised? Now, if you'll excuse me. Alright, goodbye. Okay, so let's continue on. Lots of reading. So, let's go talk to this guy. What was I gonna say? I don't even know. Let's just talk to this guy. He took me by surprise. The wretched creature before you can hardly be described. Oh, the wretched creature before you can hardly be described as human. It is wearing odd, anachronistic clothes, and has wrapped its face and hands in tattered rags. Its cringing, confused movements further verify the status of this unfortunate outcast. Humanoid creature is talking with itself in an uneasy, guttural tone. His voice is like a cold breeze, blowing from beyond the grave. Why have the cruel gods chosen me for their ghastly amusement? The moment he sees you, the pitiful creature draws back in horror. Wait, I mean no harm. You sense the creature observing you with its yellow, ghoulish eyes, barely visible behind the filthy rags. The outlandish being starts to talk to you in a rugged but strangely educated tone. Harm is the only thing your kind have brought me. To think I once foolishly believed us to be kin, leave me alone. Creature scurries quickly away from you. Well, that sucks. The barren, the broken. Weird. Weird, but cool. We'll see him more later. A few cigs here. Honest bills. I think we'll come back to this area a little. Oh, whoa, wait. We can get some more experience points here, so let's go ahead and go inside. Yeah, they took out the loading screen stuff. What the hell am I looking at right here? This section is reserved for the various garments and outdoor equipment. It's the most popular department after the foodstuffs. Why in the hell? Okay, just turn that off. I guess I can't. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's check the journal. Journal notes, no general notes. Okay, this is the same. Supposed to be following the dismal man, I know. Man smiles silently. There's lots of stuff in here. Radios. Looks like kerosene. Yeah, the cost of kerosene has increased dramatically since the pitch black ether swallowed the sun. You got some tools over here. Let's go talk to this guy. Behind the bars is a stern-looking man who looks deeply dissatisfied. Although he looks to be in his 60s, his presence evokes respect and fear. Say, are you here to buy something or just waste my time? What is the wax statue doing over there? Oh, you mean Honest Bill? He's dead, but they kept him around for decoration. Turned him into a statue. He used to own this place, see? Till he crossed Waxface. Good God! Can you guess how they did it? Poured boiling wax over him from head to toe. You should have heard the screams. That's enough. You want more details? Tell me about Waxface. He says it unwillingly, the boss. Not around much these days, though. He put me in charge of the pawn shop, so here I am. What a dead end. And let me give you some advice, punk. Do not ask about Waxface if you want to live. Now, you buying, or should I ask Charlie to make you leave? Is Charlie the smiling blonde fellow? Charlie is the smiling blonde fellow who can fill you with more lead than you'll need to build a fucking boat. Okay, I'm buying. It's got some cool stuff. 1,000 cigarettes. It's the new money. It's got a Bible. Backpack. The backpack was stitched together from animal hides. That would probably be pretty handy to have. Little Women. Alcott's yearning for a dignified, independent life is captured in this major work. That's cool. Sleazy magazine. Obviously triple X material. Got some corn. Some weapons. Awesome stuff. 45 Redeemer. 22s. Military police revolver. That's a Smith & Wesson Model 10, I guess, in this game. We got some fancy looking milady hats going on here too. More laudanum you can check a stick at. Alright, cool. Let's talk again. Who are you? Name's Joe Clements. That's Mr. Clements to you, punk. I am someone you shouldn't be curious about. Former jeweler for the Cardellini's. Current fucking grocer of Arkham. Cardellini's? You live in a cave or something? The ruling family of Chicago. Barons of the underworld. You come here from Chicago? No, I ain't saying that. I see. Now, you buying, or should I ask Charlie to make you leave? How about a discount, Mr. Clements? How about a smack in the face from my friend Charlie here? But I can bring you a lot of quality goods. I go to places that no one else does. Speechcraft. Then you sure must be hanging near the arse of a rotten town. I don't like it when people stink. But maybe you'll be some use to me later. There's a place you can visit for me and earn your discount. I'll let you know. Until then, you're just another punk. Alright. If anything got cheaper. It's kind of hard to tell if anything got cheaper, honestly. So, yeah. Oh, wait, what did it say up there? Merchant, 6%. Well, we'll be back. There's guns on this rack here, but you need to, like, fix them or something. You can't pick it up. It's just for looks. It's just for show, I guess. Okay. Alright. So, right now, looking for stuff to loot. Let me guess. You can't go in there, right? No, you can't. Screws and a few cigs. There's another shop owner down here. A big world map. Oh yeah, over here. Let's talk to this fine lady. You see a skinny woman wearing heavy makeup. Her provocative outfit emphasizes how she earns her living in Arkham. She moves like a person drugged or drunk. Wonderful. Oh, hi, darling. Her words are welcoming, her excitement feigned. Interested in a good time? It depends. Depends on what? Don't you like what you see? Depends on how much you like me. She looks at you in a different light. After sizing you up for a moment, comes to a conclusion. Taste my lips and see for yourself. I'd love to, but without money changing hands, just unconditional love, my darling. Oh, what a prime cut of man. She bites her lip. Doesn't a girl deserve a little fun once in a while? You deserve the best. Let's go. So, first episode. Your sweat and dirt coalesced in one of the deserted alleys of Arkham. For a short while, you found some comfort in satisfying her carnal urges. She turns to you while reapplying her makeup. I remember how you touched me, darling, and the sweet smell of your neck. I enjoyed our time together. Thanks for the services, miss. Nice to meet. It's nice to see that gentlemen still exist. Goodbye, darling. Alright. So, we got some free sex out of the deal. First episode, free sex. This is indeed a horror game. What the heck? The lurker below. Crack open the ground, it will. Okay. You see a scruffy man dressed in grimy garments. As you approach, you are irritated by the rancid, alcoholic stench of his sweat. The swollen syringe marks on his arms further demonstrate the extent of his addiction. As your shadow falls over the unkempt and emaciated rummy, he scarcely opens one eyelid as if he has been anticipating a visitor. Deliriously, Gwen, is that you? Takes a moment to realize that you are not who he expected. Oh, shoot. Putting your hand on his shoulder, are you alright, pal? Baffled, he shrugs. Who's asking? The drill sergeant? Pfft, saw it off. Sergeant, interesting guess. Did you serve in the army? Are you a copper? Last time I checked, the mob burned down the damn police station. He chugs his moonshine and spits. They won't tolerate a snoop around these parts, so up yours, mister. Pardon me for saying it, but you don't look very good. I don't need no help. I'm well aware of Richter's dope dues to a healthy person. Do I look like I give a damn? Mentioning the pharmacist's name seems to have given him an idea. Speaking of Richter, what about him? Maybe you could bring me a shot of his morphine, if you insist on bantering with this pathetic waste of a soldier. With my contacts, I can supply all kinds of dope, enough to last you a lifetime. But tell me what happened to you first. Speechcraft. You're quite a black artist, aren't you? He clearly lacks the self-confidence to play hard to get. Oh, what the heck. I lost everything anyway. Might as well lose a few minutes to a story now. You just made a great decision. You're going to hear from me again and soon. Wags his finger at you. You better, otherwise I'll come searching for you, and there's going to be hell to pay. Takes a deep breath and exhales slowly. It all began after I met Gwen Robin, my former, being a poor cobbler's son, I was obligated to put bread on the table, and that's why I joined the Guard, for the extra paycheck. Hailing from an even poorer Arkham family, Gwen was working as a wireless operator at the base. Boy, phew, she had it. Blonde, nice figure, with teary eyes. Oh, how I miss our little escapades. But everything went to hell and she had to quit her job due to some family issue back home. I was shaken and broken, but had to continue with my training, knowing not that the worst was yet to come. Then the footsteps of the apocalypse, cases of mass hysteria, arson, mass murders, power shortages, you name it. National Guard was called to active duty and I was stuck being a full-time soldier. Licks his lips. As I was getting to the end of my rope physically, Gwen's last letter proved to be the final blow. She said we had to break up, that she couldn't near see me again. No reason nor explanation, nothing. He struggles to continue. The old Jeremy Parsons died then and there. But despite the profound sadness I felt, I forced myself to see her again one last time, so I just escaped the base by hiding inside an Arkham-bound logistics truck. This is what it means to be human. We're social creatures. The lonelier we are, the more desperate we get. Say it again, too humanistic. If that was meant to comfort me, then thank you, sir, but I believe that I failed my duty to this country by holding my personal issue above the safety of our land. I am no soldier. I'm a hypocrite at best. So you went to Arkham. What happened next? I did, and for that I will never forgive myself. I'm a scoundrel for turning my back on the proud institution of our forefathers who fought the Empire. How can I betray the legacy of the Minutemen? So you still aspire to be a freedom fighter after all? Berard, if I could, if only we still had a company to protect. After coming to Arkham, I quickly realized that I had to avoid detection. So I disguised myself as a civilian in civilian clothing, buried my uniform somewhere. Then I went straight to Gwen's address. There was nobody in the house. Even their coffee cups were still on the table, and they were gone. It's as if they vanished, or never existed at all. I lost track of her since. I asked around, but only met hostility and apathy. Oh, what a short-sighted fool I've been. Hangs his head in shame. Sorry about that, Jeremy. We've all experienced bitter loss. Still do. Hope you find her someday. You seem like a good man. Here, hands you a picture of a blonde woman. This is Gwen. Will you ask around for her? Maybe you can do that better than I did. Sure, I'll do my best. Thanks, sir. Well, alrighty then. Something under the university. Ratsack don't pay much. I guess he don't. Oh, there's a campfire over here. What can I do with that? There's activities, rations too. Nah, I'm not ready to rest yet. But that wasn't in the demo, I don't think. I don't think we could rest. Can I not talk to this guy? There's a key over here, which is okay. The key was in the demo too, so. A key numbered 0. Let's check our journal. Unlock the mysteries of the key numbered 0. Found a particular key in the entrance to the ruined university, marked with the number 0. Perhaps I can find someone to tell me what it unlocks. Is this dude gonna stop moving? It's weird. So we can't go in there either because the debris down. I have to find another way in there. The Colonel family, who used to run the bakery on the first floor, in all likelihood are the residents of the Marble Orchard by now. In other words, they're all dead. Although he looks like a living wreck with a lot of grease in his filthy hair, the man before you persistently advertises his merchandise, which looks more like trash to you with an unfaltering energy. Welcome to Uncle Ratsack's shop of undiscovered treasures. Don't be shy, come closer. I have everything you need. Okay, let's see what you... Well, you call this a shop. Maybe I can talk him down. Among the best. Oh, you don't like my decorations? Take no notice of the packaging, boy. The goods it sells is what makes a shop. He stops for a moment to cough wetly. A shop. And Uncle Ratsack has everything you need. But this stuff's all junk. Look around you. This whole place is a junkyard. So why not sell junk? You want to see some of my hidden gems? I got Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in the back here. I have items here you won't find no place else. Okay, let me see what you got here. It's junk, alright. Batteries, huh? Some gunpowder. A gas mask. A gas mask would be pretty cool to have. Got us a brown suit. Miskatonic diploma. Doctorate diploma from Miskatonic University. Holy crap. Can I sign my name to that and be like a doctor or something? Okay, cool stuff, bro. What in the world? Behind the crumbling balustrades of this old Georgian house, a lackluster flicker of light unexpectedly signals occupancy. I don't know if I should go in there. Let's continue over here and ask somebody what about this key. Actually, we never even looked at it, so let's look at it. Plain brass key with the number 0 carved on it. Your heart grows cold when you hold the key in your hand and feel the chilling metal. Oh boy. Oh wait, the picture. Portrait of a young blonde woman, plainly dressed and posing chastely. Written on the back is, "To my chic with love." Oh. The chic. So in the demo, you had to find an antique store. Oh, here we go. Here's somebody. A well-built, dark-skinned man is approaching you. You doubt he's from these parts. He seems unaffected by Arkham's nightmarish conditions, and there's something inviting, almost provocative in his thin smile. Hola, senor. Please forgive me, and forgive my, he tries to find the right word, interruption. But I've been seeing you at the Old Eel and wanted to presentarme. Okay. Who are you? I am called Eduardo Carnila to be exact. But there is nothing special about my apellido. I am just son of another poor fisherman from Kojimar. Yet I carried the Carnilla name to this far part of the world. Now all that remains is our past, no? You may be right. I'm Roland Flagg. There's a crackle of energy in Eduardo's eyes as he firmly shakes your hand. Pleasure to meet you, senor. You were here for something, right? I have a sensation that you may need my services. Different from you, I am accustomed to this survival in the streets, the never-ending sobreviviente. I'm butchering that language. I've survived the Spaniards, then American occupation, then Civil War, then the Americans again. No hard feelings, though. It's okay. We start a lot of shit. But you see my point now. I know what to do when things get, what do you say, hot? I can be the difference between life and Santa Muerte. You're offering to fight for me. Amor con amor si pagia la demos con dinero. Love can do much. Money can do everything. If you pay me my cigs, senor, you'll have your own angel protector. How much for bodyguard duty? 24 cigs for each day I protect you. I don't care if you're fighting monsters or the mob or El Diablo himself. I will have work for you in the near future, but you have to give me a better price. Speechcraft. You're like a savior. You're a survivor like me, senor. 21 cigs for a day, then. Deal. Follow me. Bueno, lead the way, senor. Angel Protector is by your side. Okay, so let me look at my inventory real fast. Alright, I've got 229 cigs. I'm still doing good on the cigarettes. Still doing really good. We'll talk more to him a little later. Actually, we need to talk to this chick again. Can you tell me about this key? Do I look like a locksmith or something? I haven't got the slightest idea. Maybe nutty old Isidore could help you. He runs the antique store. He has a thing for keys, or so I've heard. I see. Goodbye. Okay, so let's go. I think pretty sure it's still over this way. There's looking for stuff to snatch here. There we go. That's Richter's drugstore. Taking down Dracula to selling drugs. Shall we do? We shall go in here and talk to him, though. Just to meet him. Since we met the pawn shop guy. Of course, he works for the mob, too, apparently. See a middle-aged, educated-looking man with a hint of danger in his smile. This must be the owner of the pharmacy, Richter. A new one, surprising, and just when I thought I had finally run out of possibilities. I mean, business, you know. Our numbers aren't growing these days. Now tell old Richter what makes you tick. I rarely disappoint. What kinds of medicine do you sell? The kinds that people really need. Tell me, what is absent in your world? Euphoria, relief, self-confidence. If I don't have the remedy already, I can make it in my little laboratory. I'll be buying a lot from you. Shall we discuss a discount? In my business, I rarely need to offer a discount. If you are buying happiness, you do not barter on its price. You just indulge in it, right? As you see, I have the upper hand here. Anything's open for sale. Must be open to barter too, right? Speechcraft. You're a crafty one, aren't you? So be it. We'll see how often you'll visit my shop, but don't expect discounted prices if you just come in here every once in a while. Alright. You won't be disappointed. Now tell me, what will ease your suffering? Let me see your stock. Of course, everyone in this town wants to peruse Uncle Richter's stock. Why should you be of any exception? Alright, so, of course, he's got alcohol, cocoa leaves. He's got drugs out the wazoo, man. Even got phosphorus for, like, bombs, I think, or something. Solvent, test tubes. Processed opium. Okay. Alright, yeah. He's got it all. Let's talk to dude here. I'm listening, senor. You can heal yourself, give him a laudanum shot. What kind of weapons can you use? Oh, no worries, senor. When it comes to it, I am good at killing. On my first fight here, I had to start with a club. Still keep it, see? He shows you the crude cudgel. It's my lucky club, El Palo. It is lucky because the man I beat with El Palo carried this. He shows you the Stygian M1910, a state-of-the-art automatic pistol. See, La Diosa Fortuna is with me. Okay, let's go. Alright, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. My face cam died, but that's okay. Alright, so I wanted to check and see what my friend here's got, and it doesn't show me. It's not going to show me his thing. Okay, talk to him again. What are you doing in Arkham? It's a long one. Maybe you could buy me a drink later on and I will share it with you, senor. Eduardo Carnella goes to America. Small fisherman's son becomes big and rich. He smiles bitterly. Hasn't happened yet. I guess that dream is over? Order silently looks away. Okay, let's go. I probably shouldn't have done that. I made him feel self-conscious. That's not good. Shouldn't have done that. Need to get my fix. There's another hooker up there. Oh, hey, some rubble. A club. What in the world? I'm in the middle of something here. Yeah, insanity, maybe? Now, I would go in this warehouse, but no. Rusty key. What's the rusty key about? Useless key. Okay, let's continue on to the other side here. This game has such atmospheric music going on. I love it. Uh-oh. What the hell? Are you looking at me? Who, me? No, sir. No, I didn't. Jesus. He was just standing in the road. It's the antique shop. Let's go check out the dead body. Another unlucky soul fallen to the tyranny of the mob. In fact, there's something I want to do before we go to the antique store. Besides grabbing random crap. This guy's just talking crazy. Vehicle's locked. All of French Hill's timber houses look deserted. Presuming the inhabitants were lucky enough to survive at all. Okay. All the screws. I guess he's just not coming with us. After the locals salvaged whatever they could find of use, cultists turned this humble place of worship into an altar for their own depravity. What's going on here? He was black in his face and hands with pain. He's performing some kind of pantomime show. He's unaware of your presence. So he's a mime. It's not hard to see that beneath this ridiculous posturing, something is deeply wrong. The man's weary visage shows he's been at this for a long while, and the exertion is staying in character is wearing him down. Are you alright? He reacts with comic surprise. His startled eyes show nothing but the shallow character he is portraying. Who are you? He shrugs theatrically and begins another of his vulgar sketches. You are no longer sure whether this is a performance or the sole mode of existence for this bizarre fellow. In dialogue. This is getting pretty boring. A revolting smell attacks your nostrils as you approach the homeless man, as if some small animal had died under his stained clothes. What is it, mister? Do I smell? Stay a few damn yards away. What's the man with paint all over his face? Oh, don't you know Coley Willie? I thought everybody knew Coley. You know, he has movies, the theatrical performances. He was a real celebrity, you know. Not Coley Willie, but the fella himself, Sam Rodney. Never found him funny myself. In better days, a friend took me to one of his shows, making all that money scoffing at black folks. Black day came for us all in the end, innit it? White, yellow, black, everybody. You're right, it is shameful to call discrimination a performance. Oh, looks at you. Looks at the hysterical theatrics of the nearby Coley. Well, he can perform as much as he likes now, mister. He's still putting on a show? I don't know if I'd call it a show anymore, mister. I've been hanging around with him for a while now, and he never became Sam Rodney again. Not even once. I guess he's flat out Coley Willie now. Who's he performing for? Some mob fellows used to come and see him now and then. Not anymore. Watching the same thing over and over again got boring, probably. And other folks don't like to go anywhere near him. Probably find him creepy. Can't blame them. They don't like to be near me either, so here we are, mister. Coley, and he tries to think of something stinky. I need to go. Who is this? See a determined but pallid-looking woman in her 30s. Her outfit hints at a metropolitan sensibility. You sense an air of hypochondria about this mysterious woman. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to ask you something, if I may. Please, madam. I'm listening. I'm looking for my husband, a slender, long-faced gentleman from Boston. His name is Randolph Carter. I know as he arrived in Arkham. Do you know him or his whereabouts? I don't know if I've seen him, but the name does not ring a bell. Okay, I say thank you, sir. I better continue my search. How'd you get separated? I'm sorry, but I should be going. Well, shit. Okay, goodbye. Alright, Lurch, what are you doing? Nothing, huh? Okay. Let's walk past the madness here. I didn't check this, right? I could have swore I did. I did not. Good thing I looked. What the hell? Oh, here we go. Check out the container. Some more cigs. Good. That's really good. The rubble over here. A shiv. Okay, wow. Just out here, huh? Is that Chucky? A child's imagination perseveres, even in the most trying of times. Looks like Chucky. Leave. Watch your own business, grown up. You smell funny. Yeah? Well, you're fucking short. Okay. Charred and decrepit place, which once hosted many events and receptions, as the Gentlemen's Club of Arkham has been rechristened the Blackened Club by the surviving locals and serves as wax-faced criminal fortress. Wow. I was thinking maybe I could search him, get his shit, but apparently they don't want me doing that. Didn't check that, so let's go into Schmidt's Antiques. Let's see if we can figure out what this key is all about. Wow. Specimen of a giant praying mantis was preserved in an intimidating predatory pose. Small obsidian statue of Kali, the demon Hindu goddess of death. She is depicted in her battle stance and garishly and authentically colored. Athletics, what can that do? Let's look at it. A notebook with the key symbol on the cover under the title Keys, Paths, and Meanings. Alright, let's talk to the dude. He's got keys all over the wall back here. An old man is sitting behind the dusty counter, surrounded by a variety of odd objects. He doesn't look pleased to see you. Yes, are you looking for something in particular? What is this place? This is Schmidt's Antiques, or what's left of it, and I am Isidore Schmidt. Schmidt. Gotta make it all fancy, like the merchandise. I have been gathering dust here for a good long while. Tell me, how may I assist you, or perhaps how you can assist me? It's a very nice collection of keys you have. Thank you. I have put my life into this collection, though it is unfortunately incomplete, as he quickly reviews his rows of keys and notices a deep longing, and you notice a deep longing in his eyes. Why the interest in keys? I've always been fascinated by keys. I started collecting them in my childhood. It was simply a hobby, of course, until the Black Day. What changed after the Black Day? It's not important. Just remember that I will pay handsomely for keys. I'll feel better knowing why you want them so badly. Very well, after the Black Day, like many others, I lost all hope. With no reason to go on, I decided to end it. You know what I mean? But what I desired most is forbidden to men. For days I fasted and prayed for the Hashem's forgiveness. I don't know how you say that. I'm butchering it. Determined to meet this misery of an existence, or to end this misery. I passed out from hunger and exhaustion, and then I dreamt of 2 keys. One was gold and burning, though it was only warm to the touch. Wow, tell me some crazy ass shit here. The other was silver and bathed in moonlight. Go on. They were the keys to the Temple of Solomon. I felt the light inside me. Oh, Hashem. He spoke to me. The old man's eyes widen and lose focus, as if it were in a trance. Continue. You understand now. This is the reason I have been gathering keys all my life. They are my escape from this Sheol. They were my test, and they will be my salvation. How can a bunch of keys help you escape? There's a hidden power in patterns and numbers. Some of the keys are numbered. This makes them special. The effects of Isidore's dream fades and he comes to himself again. I think I have said enough. Interesting. Well, let's talk about something else. May I see your wares? Indeed, this is why I am here. First, tell me, if you see something you desire, how do you intend to pay for it? Cigs? I have no interest in hoarding cigarettes, nor do I smoke them myself. I'm old enough to value breathing too much. Do you accept old money? My advice to you, sir, is to keep your old money in the restroom where it may be of some use. What did you have in mind? Keys. I collect them. You see, all sizes and shapes. If you happen to come across any keys in this accursed place, bring them to Schmidt's Antiques. Gladly trade the exquisite items from my collection for keys. Or if you don't care about your health, I can also pay with cigarettes. But if you also accepted cigs and trade, it would allow you to obtain more keys. I have all the cigs I need. Damn. You have a particular attitude for a shop owner. These are peculiar times. May I assist you? What do you know about this key? You see a flash of greed in the old man's eyes. He hastily takes some notes to a particular notebook on the counter. Is it numbered 0? How very interesting. Where did you get such a rare one? I found it in the street. Such luck. What can I offer you for the key, my child? The key number 0 would be a very fine addition to the collection I have here. What's in the notebook? Let's say it's an atlas for keys. What power they hold. What mysteries they unlock. But forget my notebook now. What do you want for the key? Tell me about it first and I'll think about it. Forgive me, but I don't trust people easily. This particular habit has also helped me tremendously in staying alive. 500 cigs. Is it for sale now? I said no. 700 cigs. That's my final offer. Don't waste your breath. I won't sell it. 1,000 right now. Enough. It's not going to happen. I need the key. If you're not selling the key, I'm afraid our conversation is over. Then you'll be missing a conversation chance with the fellow devotee of Kabbalah. Okay. You do not even dare mock the doctrine. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I really need to learn about the key. Interested in different things and our goals do not meet. I can pay for the information. Not very tempting. The old man pauses for a while, then continues. But if you also give me your word to bring the key after you're done with it, this may start to look like a deal. Sure know how to barter. 56 and your word to bring me the key. Is it a deal? You're benefiting from this deal anyway. Can you lower the amount a bit? Fine, 46.6 then. Be quick or I'll change my mind. Here you go. I hope you'll also respect the other part of our deal. I'll be waiting for the key. Now for my part. That key is for safe deposit boxes in the Bank of Arkham. I wasn't aware of its existence. I wasn't aware of the existence of one labeled 0, though. Alright. Where's the Bank of Arkham? It's located in the main street to the northwest of here. But I doubt there is much to discover there. It's in ruins now. Much like the whole monetary system, as you see. We buy things with SIGs now, like destitute prisoners. We are indeed in a prison. Thank you. I'll check the place. Okay. So now we gotta go find the bank. We haven't seen combat yet, but this is an RPG. Don't forget. It's an RPG. I just want to look around. Is it here? I really doubt it. It doesn't look good. It's not looking good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go back. Oh, hey, it's the mummy dude. There's nothing human under those rags. Your kind brought this upon us. Cursed creature! Ooh. Damn. Demon. God, they're gonna murder him in the street. Angry mob before you is about to lynch the miserable being you encountered a short while ago. It seems this outsider has been chosen as the scapegoat for everything these people suffered in the wake of the Black Day. Leave him alone, shouts the crowd. The crowd turns to you with a mix of fear and hatred in their eyes. One of them shouts at you. Are you in league with this demon? Don't you see what its kind has brought upon us? Look what you've become. Do you think we've returned to the Dark Ages? One leading the crowd shouts at you with anger. Shut your mouth. A few months have passed and already you've ventured to the you've returned to the Salem witch trials. Speechcraft. Or can you say the same to the mob? Aren't they your real oppressors? No, we're gonna go with the first one. Witch trials. Uncertain looks are exchanged amongst the crowd. Shame on you all. You condemn this creature just because of his odd appearance? Many among the crowd have dropped their heads now, and all have fallen dead silent. Their reaction is a symptom of one particular ailment which has plagued the spirit of mankind since the beginning of its journey. Shame. Wait for them to leave. Hey, get out of here. Go suck an egg. The creature approaches you cautiously. It looks thoroughly confused. After a short silence, it speaks a single word. Why? Why? Why did you intervene on my behalf? No one should pay such a price simply for looking different. You feel the creature examining you from head to toe. The burning amber eyes move rapidly with the effort to comprehend. Are you not human? Is this a disguise? It's not. I am human. The creature is plainly still puzzled. For whatever reason, you aided me. Know that I am incapable of helping my own self. Leave me be, that I may continue my search for that accursed man. What man? The man in black, with no face. The man with the cane of bones. He's talking about the Dismal Man. The ghostly tapping of his stick still rings in my ears. I'm also looking... Or wait, you mean the Dismal Man? The Dismal Man, how fitting. Do you know him? You could say, I'm also looking for him. Then you're as doomed as I am, stranger. In my bones, I know no good would ever come from finding him, and I have no other choice but to find him. His countenance was the last thing I saw before finding myself in this purgatory. Perhaps we could look for this man together. Richard is silent for a moment. You hear the rugged voice from deep beneath the rags once more. It is no coincidence that you know the man with the cane of bones. Perhaps I shall talk with you for a time. May I ask your name? I don't remember. I am unsure if I ever had one. But I know one thing. Whatever the fates toss me, I remain the outsider. Well, whoever you are, it is a pleasure. Richard gazes at you without a word. Okay, cool. So we got a new buddy. So we got 2 buddies, even though we can't check the other guy. But we can check this dude. Let's look at his inventory. Oh, wow. Hands of shame. The outsider's twisted hands resemble claws of a nocturnal beast more than limbs of men. Age-old frock coat. This time-worn, moth-eaten frock coat seems to have endured centuries of use. Wow. Shattered hand mirror. The artisan who crafted this antique mirror definitely favored the Baroque. This gives him +1 to spellcraft, too. That's cool. Mask of rags. These tattered rags seem to have been put together rather excursively in great haste. Okay. Alrighty then. So now, what's his health look like, though? Probably a good idea. 40 out of 48, sanity 63 out of 75. Maybe we should go chill somewhere. But we need to find the bank. We're gonna open the bank. It must be over here, I guess. I also want to hit the camp. Oh wait, what? I have an offer for you. Who are you? A pasty, malnourished man leaps up from within the shadows. His swollen, wary eyes are riveted on you. The scruffiness of his otherwise fine apparel corresponds with his restlessness antics. His rolling, vigilant eyes quickly scan the premises, and when he finally feels secure, he addresses you in a timid but needy fashion. I'm sorry if I startled you, young sir. I'm Cornelius Moretti. Okay. I have a proposal from you in which we both can benefit. Pardon my abruptness, but it will only take a minute of your time. Tell me about it. Plainly in distress, he is gazing askance at the brawlers standing near the bar. I had seen you go up to the old eel attic before I got rejected by the ignoble swab. You might be just the man who can help me. Okay. Alright. Would you care to express your intentions a little more clearly? He grinds his teeth in chagrin before continuing. It was just another miserable day at the joint when I, partly encouraged by the devil's juice no doubt, finally spoke what had been on my mind for a long time. Suddenly his anger takes precedence over his nervousness. I called him out, that tyrannical devil seed called Waxface. I denounced him as the false shepherd he really is. Nobody said a thing, of course, cowards. Irately. There was, is, and will ever be only one shepherd of men. For saying that, they expelled me, humiliated me, and worst of all, they marked me. Twitchingly lowers his voice. That's my death sentence, you understand? Marked? Hearing you speak the word, a surge of misgiving darkens his visage. It's not the time nor place, and besides, you're better off not knowing what it is. If I were you, I'd not withhold information from somebody who might be able to help. Speechcraft. He ponders on about your advice for a moment, and eventually concedes the point. First they ban you from the mob premises, then the whole town starts to shun you, lest they get marked too. Getting the jitters again. He peers about tremulously. Excuse me. Eventually they get to you and turn you over to the cult. Wherever you are, there's no hiding from it. Oh, Jesus, please help me. Alright, what do you want from me? Well, young sir, all I'm asking is that you retrieve my heirloom pocket watch from the old eel attic. It's a valuable piece. From my late father. I stashed it there having an inkling that I might need it in the dark days ahead. It's hidden under the floorboard next to the mattress. I need it now more than ever, for I'm left with nothing else. Once I barter it off, we'll split the cigs halfway. Please, please, will you do this for me, young sir? No one should be condemned to such despair merely for expressing their convictions. A shimmer of mirth appears in his eyes. Oh, thank you, brother, thank you. It's encouraging to finally meet someone in Arkham whose heart isn't made of stone. And I renounce my share. You keep it all for yourself. You need it more than I do. I'm not going to do that. Where will I meet you again? He has one final fretful glance at his surroundings. I'll be near the desecrated church in French Hill. It'll be safe there. I'll be safe there. It's abandoned. Now I must go before they come for me. Please hurry, young sir. My life depends on it. Scurries away. Okay. Well, here's the old house. Let's see if we can just hop right on in and hopefully they won't kick out my ugly friend. He's not even here. See a beautiful young woman with short hair smoking a cigarette. There's a daring, carefree quality about her which is pretty rare in this town, especially these days. I can see that you're glancing towards this direction, sir. Perhaps we shall turn this into a conversation. May I offer you a drink? I don't drink, but I can enjoy some company. Your choice. I prefer to be a little half-cut myself. I used to drink before the shoots to calm my nerves. Just the right amount, of course. I guess my nerves need it constantly these days. May I learn your name? I'm Clara Bell. You'd probably have known my name if things went right for once in my life. I was an actress. Heard the movie Hollow Hearts? No. Not a surprise. It was never released. The critics saw it, though. I remember one of them, Bill Hunt's, approaching me after the special screening telling me, "You've got it, Clara. You've got real star material." No need to say that he was drunk and flirty as a male baboon in mating season. Whatever. Later, I had time to think about what he said to me about this star material thing. You know, I have an eternity to reflect upon these things. Drinks from our whiskey. Star material. Why would I be some material after all? No human being can be seen merely as material. I'm getting sanity out the wazoo. I mean, I wanted to be an artist to defeat that notion in the first place, but you have to fit somewhere in there. I mean, your world, be a good wife or be good fun. Oh, you're better than that. Be a good investment. All my life I wanted to be there, on the magazines, on the silver screen, all that jazz. But you know, sometimes I can't help thinking that this, looks through the gloom of the outside world, may actually be the better alternative, because I would never have quit going for the top myself. You know what's best for you. Thanks for your safe answer. Come on, this is the end of the world. You can be more sincere, darling. I'm an actor too. Oh really? Such coincidence. I'd like to ask you something if I may then. What do you think about our craft or business, shall I say? Actors. We got a lot of options here. I was always in love with the theater. I always dreamt of becoming an actor myself. I wasn't as lucky as you were. My mother was too busy with her customers to take me anywhere. What are you doing in Arkham? I really wish I knew. It's a mystery to me as well. I was waiting for the release of Hollow Hearts and at a hotel in LA when Bernie called, my manager. Bernie wanted me to meet a private funder in Arkham. So I hastily came to this for second place. I couldn't afford refusing such things, you know. When I arrived at the train station, Bernie was nowhere to be found. He was supposed to meet me there, but he never came. What'd you do next? I was too tired and confused. I decided to wait for Bernie here in Arkham for a few days, so I headed to the Essex Hotel. Who could have said that it would be my new home for the rest of my life? So you can still afford staying there? Dollar becoming obsolete and all? Let's just say I've met the right people. You know, it was never really about the money. Money's just another way to display power. Survive my childhood and you'll follow. Alright. What about your childhood? Oh, you're my psychiatrist now? Forget it. Skeletons are better left in the closet. Did you see Bernie later? No, never. Everything before the black day seems blurry now. Did he really call me that day, or was it a dream? Did he ever arrive in Arkham? What'd you do next? I was too tired and confused. I decided to wait for Bernie here in Arkham for a few days, so I headed to the Essex Hotel. You could have said, be my new home. Okay, I see. Alright, good deal. Alright, so I'll be right back. Okay, so let's continue up here, see if we can find the full bird. You have to pay the owner first to be able to rest at the safe house. Damn it. Alright. We'll rest in the attic. I see you enjoyed your time in my special suite, the Royal Attic, but it is occupied right now. I'll take your 6 later, Cornuto. Okay. Goodbye. What about this old man here? You see a withered old man sitting bent over the tables. He appears to be in the midst of a heated argument with his bag. The fiery light in his yellowish eyes contrast sharply with the weary physique. Yellow eyes? The Yellow King? I get it. Cut it out, I said. Dawkins, I'll tell you this one last time. If I ever hear your bloody voice again, I'll break your damned piss pot of a bottle. Do you hear me? All of you. This old man suddenly turns to you, and his fiery gaze meets yours. You're early, cabin boy. Good. Sit down and drink some ale with me. Cabin boy? I think you've mistaken me for someone else. Have I? Or perhaps we're all in a ship. In a damned ship sailing through the black forsaken waters, eh? And that may make you a cabin boy, all right. Turns to his bag. What'd you say to me, you foul-mouthed whore spawn? The old man turns to you again. Yes, the ship. Can its name be Arkham? He smiles a toothless smile. Perhaps there's wisdom in your words. He's not with you again. Long Tom, just when I thought you came to your bloody senses, no, I'll be sitting here drinking my ale or whatever this horse piss is. He registers your presence again. What'd you say, cabin boy? Who are you talking to? What's in the bag? You mean in my bag here? No one of importance to ye, just a low-life scum of the sea, non-slot like me. He hears something from the bag which upsets him. As far as you can tell, how dare you horn-swoggling bastard? Noddins? And upon dolphins' backs, on a vast crenellate shell wherein rode the gray Noddins, lord of the great abyss. You'll learn more about him in your time on deck, cabin boy. You may even serve the needs of the god of the great deep, like I do. Noddins is not like those cold, tyrannical, unfeeling gods that rule this realm now. He finds purpose in mortals, although rarely. Shut your trap, Peters. I better go. He is not with you again. Long Tom. Blah, blah, blah. We already said that. We already talked. Okay, a sudden vigilance burns in the old man's eyes. Tell me then, cabin boy, before you leave, why do you follow the man who sails the whirlpools of reality? You mean the Dismal Man? Dismal, yes, that's bloody fitting. Now answer me question, young boy, or cabin boy. His voice is taken on a cold and intimidating tone. I believe he'll have answers to this mystery. Perhaps he does, but ask yourself if these answers will actually make you feel better or worse than before. He suddenly bends down in his bag. What? Peter's found another one. Good boy. All right. You'll have what you want. Whenever I decide to leave this rat hole tavern, of course, no one here is going anywhere in dialogue. Okay. So, yeah. Exhaustion. Oh, we're tired. Well, somebody's got the fucking bed. So I guess we go to the... We'd probably go to a campsite? Something? Where's the campsite? There should be a campsite somewhere. I guess not through here. Once we find the camp, I believe we're going to end the episode. I figured we'd get farther. But it has been a long episode. I did want to show some combat, which does happen. pretty soon. Let's go over here and see this campfire thing. Alright, rations 1, camping supplies 1. Physical exercise. The character performs a series of physical exercises to improve physical endurance and ease the mind until next rest. Scout. Character scouts the surrounding area for an escape route in case of an ambush. The progression escape route will be opened more easily should the party get attacked. Whoa, shit. Okay. What can you do? Medical research. We're gonna figure out how to do this next time. Omae wa mo. Kodoku.